And let's first get you all the details you need to know on Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy's meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It happened in the national capital a few hours ago. EPS held crucial discussions with Prime Minister Modi on a host of issues concerning Tamil Nadu. In fact, the Chief Minister has said categorically that there was no political discussions during his meet and that he's only invited the Prime Minister to visit Tamil Nadu to inaugurate a slew of programs. He's also rejected reports of aligning with Jayalalitha's former aide Sashikala. The Chief Minister has categorically said that there's no question of her joining back within the AIADMK after her release from prison. Sashikala, who is currently the leader of AMMK, is serving her term in the disproportionate assets case. She's lodged in Bengaluru's Parapana Agrahara jail. She's slotted to be out in a few days from now on January 27th. EPS had interestingly met with Home Minister Amit Shah as well yesterday, where he said to have discussed the crucial topic of seat sharing of alliance strategies with the Home Minister.
எல்லாரும் ஒவ்வொரு கட்சியும் அந்த கட்சி வளரணும்னு தான் இருக்காங்களுடைய அடுத்த கட்சி வளரணும்னு யாரும் நினைக்க மாட்டாங்க. தேர்தல் வர வரைக்கும் எல்லா கட்சியுடைய தொண்டர்களையும் நிர்வாகிகளையும் ஊக்கப்படுத்துவது ஒவ்வொரு கட்சியுடைய தலைவருடைய நோக்கம்.
சசிகலா வெளியே வர பட்சத்தில் அதிமுக விட இணையறதுக்கு
ஒன்றும் வாய்ப்பே கிடையாது. அவர்கள் கட்சியிலே இல்லை.
சார், இந்த 7 பேர்
அதிமுக கட்சியிலே கிடையாது.
சசிகலா அவர்கள் அதிமுகவில் சேர மாட்டாங்க, அவங்களை நாங்கள்
100% கிடையாது. அதாவது அனைத்து இந்திய அண்ணா திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகம் என்பது தெளிவாக முடிவு செய்யப்பட்டு இன்னைக்கு நடைபெற்றுக் கொண்டிருக்கிறது. தமிழ்நாடு முழுவதும் பார்க்கின்ற பொழுது பெரும்பாலான பேர் அந்த இருந்தெல்லாம் அதிமுக ஜாயின் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. சில பேர் அவரோட
அவர் மட்டும் இருக்காருன்றீங்க, அவர் வந்தா ஏத்துப்பீங்களா?
அவரே பல காலம் நீக்கி வச்சிருந்தாங்க அம்மா. இப்ப அம்மா இறந்த பிறகுதான் அவரு வந்து பதவி கொடுத்திருக்கிறாங்க. மாண்பு ரீதியும் புரட்சித்தலைவி அம்மா இருக்கின்ற பொழுது அவர் கட்சியிலே கிடையாது.
Politics, it has not stagnant. It is flowing river. Some decision will take time only. But AIADMK, they are our major partners. We are sitting together and will take a decision.
In the event of Shashikala coming back into the party, it also means that TTV Dinakaran, who runs the Amma Makkal Munnetra Kazhagam, will also be back in the AIADMK fold, and he is going to be the natural chief minister candidate. So as far as Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy is concerned, this is actually some kind of persevering technique where he wants to actually keep his chief minister's gaddi and make sure that nothing goes wrong at least until the elections.
So why are we discussing this issue of Chinnamma? Why is Sashikala still a factor in Tamil Nadu polls? Well, as far as the AIADMK is concerned, the reason Sashikala matters is that for many, she's still seen as Jayalalitha's heir. Why? Because she was closest to Jayalalitha, and while she wasn't in politics then, she immediately stepped in after Jayalalitha's demise. She does have a sizable support base, many of them who refer to her as Chinnamma. Now, another worry for the AIADMK is that Sashikala could trigger a lot of defections from the AIADMK to the AMMK unless she joins hands with the AIADMK. We'll be discussing this and lots more. I want to introduce our panelists. We've got Mr. Pugarendi, spokesperson of the AIADMK, joining us on this broadcast. Representing the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, the DMK, we've got Mr. Saravanan, and finally Mr. C. Rajshekharan, founder of Voice of Tamil Nadu. Let me first take this across to Mr. Pugarendi. Mr. Pugarendi, why is the AIADMK so hesitant on going ahead and joining hands with Sashikala again? Isn't it the best possible option and the easiest option to let her join back the AIADMK?
Good evening to India today. This this creating, I don't know the reason why they are, the media is the main reason for this. Every day they are showing this, Sasigala comes out, then very big force like, but actually, Sasigala was removed in 2017 itself from AIADMK through the general council.
Yes, Mr. Pugarendi, go ahead.
General Council. The Tamil Nadu did not discuss anything about the politics. Now see that when the Prime Minister, Honorable Chief Minister and Tamil Nadu development works and other things discussed and given the
No, my question, Mr.
memorandum.
Pugarendi, is why is the AIADMK averse to joining hands with Shashikala?
Joining, huh?
Why are you against it?
That's
Why
why
is the
I told
AIADMK
already.
against it?
Yeah, that's why I told that already we have passed the resolution that we removed the primary membership itself. So no question of merger. Merger, it is impossible now. This is already explained, Chief Minister also in our Delhi. So now very clear cut. No, she is not running the party or something. It's a kind information. Another 6 years that she is not able to contest the election. This is the constitution.
No, that's
you know very
fine.
well.
That's fine. We know that she's not going to contest the election. She's still a factor. Mr. Rajshekharan, do you believe that the AIADMK should be more open to this, to the possibility of merging with the AMMK or re-inducting Shashikala into the party fold?
Akshita, thanks for having me on your show. See, let's not jump the gun. It's a hypothetical question. But fact of the matter is, see, if ADMK is really serious, if Mr. Chief Minister Edappadi Palanichami and Deputy Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam are keen in really fighting the opposition, the DMK, in the 2021 polls, tooth and nail, they should come out of all their agendas and they should not have any ego, because ADMK is one of the largest party in Tamil Nadu, and it was Madam Jayalalitha who got the mandate in 2011 and 2016. See, I wouldn't underestimate anybody. Today, 10 years of ADMK rule, definitely there is going to be anti-incumbency advantage DMK. If you want to confront DMK, this is pure politics. I am not taking sides, and neither I would love to take sides, because the situation is such that if Mrs. Shashikala Natarajan is out from the prison after 4 years of conviction in the disproportionate asserts case, which was initiated and filed by DMK, the political opponents, it is only because of DMK, Jayalalitha and Shashikala.
We seem to have lost a connection with Mr. Rajshekharan, but I want to get in a response from Mr. Pugarendi on this before I bring in Saravanan as well. Mr. Pugarendi, the question that Mr. Rajshekharan seems to be posing here is why not? Why not go ahead and join hands with Shashikala if that is an option to go ahead and defeat the DMK?
But today this Chief Minister told that is not possible. But another thing is, if you take Shashikala, there is a plus point or minus. You tell me. First of all, I should come to know. So
No,
they
don't
have
you
no any
believe?
party
Don't you believe
mentioned
that she has a
already.
support base?
No. That another thing, that the TTV Dinagaran party already contested the election and lost the deposit in all the constituency, that Lok Sabha election and also 22 assembly by-elections. All have lost the deposit. So myself, I was there very much with him. Now that I have calculated myself, then Lok Sabha election, the details, calculating and other 22 assembly election, I'm told 5.5 something secured the votes. That is not correct figure. So where is he? Nobody knows. So no membership in the party. The party is not force anything, madam. That is the thing. So another thing is big problem already. They challenged the 2 leaves. They challenged it against the posting, General Secretary posting, everything before the Election Commission of India. They have lost the case up to Supreme Court. Am I correct?
No, so
already,
Mr. Saravanan, how does the DMK perceive Shashikala? Do you consider her a political threat? Will you perhaps be worried if the AIADMK, BJP then bring in Shashikala into their party fold, merge perhaps with the AMMK?
See, it is their internal issue. What they do with their dissidents or people who have gone out of the party, who have opposed the party, whether they want to take her in or take her not, is their internal decision. But look at how it will look on the electorate. Here we have someone who is convicted for corruption charges by the Supreme Court of India. And you want to take them into the party, that will be cakewalk for the DMK. So whatever happens, we are happy about it. We are here to ensure that the ADMK is defeated. whoever may ally with them. The stench of corruption of the ADMK is too strong. I don't think they'll be able to overcome that.
But when there's talk, Saravanan, of an anti-DMK force, of an alliance being formed, and when the BJP says we're keeping our options open, that means that they're going to look at making a massive alliance of every single political party versus the DMK. That is a threat for the DMK.
See, it will certainly not be. The people of Tamil Nadu know pretty well that whatever the BJP supports will be beneficial, opposes will be beneficial to them. So if they oppose DMK, it means that will be the most wonderful thing that can happen to the state of Tamil Nadu. See, that is how the people of Tamil Nadu will perceive it. And naturally, when everybody is up in arms against our party and our leader, definitely it creates an aura of invincibility our leader, and that will add to the momentum that we already have.
No, so Mr. Pugarendi, the DMK very, very confident here. They're saying that the AIADMK already has an image of corruption. So there's no question of Sashikala's entry or exit making a difference.
But they're talking about the corruption that you know very well that the past history. If I start, I need another few hours to talk about DMK corruption.
Please, sir, speak about it. Speak about it, sir. Please speak about it.
No, that is the detail I want to tell. That is not the issue. Here, what we mentioned that internal problem, no internal nothing. I have told they challenged everything. They failed to succeed in the court. So everything is over. She comes out also, nothing will be happen, madam. So that's why we decided. The party already passed the resolution. Decided. We don't want to take Sasikala.
No, but if the AMMK wants a merger with your party, and there's a lot of talk about TTV Dinakaran also making several visits to Delhi to discuss that, is that something the AIADMK BJP is open to? Because while Mr. Pugarendi, the Chief Minister, has said very clearly that's not an option, the BJP has come out to say we're still keeping all our options open. So is there some sort of, differences within the alliance, within the AIADMK and the BJP on this?
He came for own case, madam. There's a kind of information. Central Crime Branch, Delhi called. He went to the Delhi.
No, he's been visiting for the last many weeks for talks as well, sir.
Yes, only the cases, criminal cases. He is in the case. No other way. Often and often he used to come to Delhi. That is because of the case. No, the BJP are not called. That they are called or not, there is a different issue. I don't mind. But they are not called this TTV Dinakaran. He came for personal. That pending the criminal cases, that issue only came.
No, but the reality, Mr. Pugarendi, is that the BJP said we're keeping our options open when asked about Sashikala.
No, where? Who? No. BJP are not told.
Mr. C.T. Ravi has given a statement today.
What Ravi told? C.T. Ravi?
Sir, he said we're keeping our options open on an alliance. Is there differences? The AIADMK here doesn't seem to know what the BJP is talking about, Mr. Rajshekharan.
Yes, Akshita, see, wise men think alike. And if you are going to fight the powerful DMK, which they are aligned with all other partners, and 10 years of anti-incumbency, you should be wise. You should be intelligent. The strategy should be in place. Because all said and done, whether you like it or not, Sashikala and TTV Dinakaran have the vote base in central and southern Tamil Nadu. It is definitely they were with the ADMK, they are with the voters and their own group, which is the Mukkulathur community, and all this has to be taken into consideration. Whether they are going to join ADMK or not going to join ADMK, it is their cup of tea. I am not going to comment on that. But if you really want to defeat DMK in the coming elections, you all like-minded parties and all friends who became foes should join again and ensure they bring back whatever government they wish to bring back. They say it's Purachi Talaivar MGR government, it's Purachi Talaivar Amma government. If you are really serious about that, you should forget all the differences, keep your ego aside and join hands. And you should fight the polls.
No, that's the point. That's the point. Should they keep differences aside? Is it just personal differences? Is it just personal differences? Mr. Saravanan, do you think it will play out to your advantage, all these differences that we're seeing between the AIADMK, between the BJP over Sashikala, and no clarity really on what their game plan is when Sashikala is released?
See, that's what the opposition is clueless. Their only agenda seems to be that they want to oppose the DMK. They want to ensure that we don't come to power. But they don't have a clue. They don't have a game plan. They don't know what to do. The BJP is opposed to EPS being the chief ministerial candidate. On the one hand, the BJP is holding talks with Mr. TTV Dinakaran, and the ADMK does not know about it. And looking at all these things, even now, the BJP has not endorsed the chief ministerial candidacy of Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy. They are very silent. They said BJP will announce it.
Yes.
They say India will announce it. And now they said, one of the BJP leaders have said that the chief ministerial candidate may come from ADMK because they are the biggest party, but they have not named him. ADMK says it is only Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy. Probably Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy is scared of Sashikala. Mr. Sashikala coming, and he thinks that she may not like Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy as a chief ministerial candidate. And let us not forget the fact that in 2016, including the present chief minister, it is Mr. Sashikala who had distributed the seats. Only if they had the grace of Mr. Sashikala, they would have got the seats, including the chief minister and the deputy chief minister. And a chunk of most of the MLAs have got their seats, MLA seats in 2016, only because they had the eyesight. They were within the eyesight of Mr. Sashikala. Let us not forget that.
No, so Mr. Pugarendi, is the AIADMK, or rather is Mr. Palaniswamy and Mr. Paneerselvam, are they scared about Sashikala's entry into the AIADMK and then her seeking slice of the power pie, seeking leadership within the party? Is that the worry here?
If it is true that for 4 years continuously, that now we are nearing the election, waiting for the calendar of events, without the Sashikala, without the Dinakaran. So that they have, again I am telling that they have lost deposit in all the constituencies that the Dinakaran group. It has happened.
No, but
so
the reality is, Mr. Pugarendi, before Sashikala went to prison, before she went to jail, she was the leader, the de facto leader of the AIADMK, calling all the shots within the party. Are EPS and OPS scared of that?
No, madam, you are correct. We only altogether elected and announced the general secretary of the party, and we accept. The person was very much there in the court when she was surrendered. Everything helped myself. That surety also given by me. Everything is correct. After that only misunderstanding, they challenged the general secretary posting and also 2 leaves and party and everything they challenged before the election commission of India. I am also one of the intervener. Finally we have lost a case. The ADMK won, led by the Madhusudanan, group of Madhusudanan. So now where is the question of taking back?
No, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Mr. Pugarendi and Mr. Rajshekharan, if you could come in on that. The AIADMK does have a lot of problems with regards to rifts, leadership issues and whatnot. There's already a lot of talk, Mr. Rajshekharan, about OPS wanting his slice of power, wanting to push for also a relevant position. And this amid the fact that, as Mr. Saravanan pointed out, the BJP doesn't seem to be too keen on going ahead and declaring EPS as the CM face. In such a scenario, can they really afford to bicker over Sashikala now?
Now see,
if ADMK party really wants to fight the elections with full strength, that you should bring all like-minded, including TTV Dinakaran and Mrs. Sashikala Natarajan, because all these people who are now somebody today were nobody before, and they were identified by Sashikala and others, and they are somebody. They are at helm of affairs only at the behest of Mrs. Sashikala. See, that is the truth. So sometimes if you speak the truth, they may not like it. Many may not like it. But fact remains, people of Tamil Nadu are not having any short memory. They all know what had happened 4 years back, 5 years back, 10 years back. Still, everybody is aware what all happened in ADMK, how the government was formed, how everybody came into power, who are ministers, who are elected, who are selected by Shashikala. All this is in the public domain and everybody is aware of it. Anybody, any political observer or even the common man of Tamil Nadu understands politics than anybody the other parts of the country. So being the case, if they don't get everybody together, definitely I would openly say that it is advantage DMK as on date. If you really want to fight the elections, you should forget all the differences. Keep away your ego and your personal agendas, your motives, and join hands and fight the elections and win the elections. ADMK cadre and the ADMK party.
No, there will definitely be questions right now about the AIADMK strategy. Yes, Saravanan. But however, is the DMK taking things for granted here, saying that, there is no threat whatsoever, even if all these parties come together?
No. See, there is a fundamental problem with the ADMK party. There may be a chief minister and a deputy chief minister, but there is no general secretary for the party. There is no leader. There is no single leader for the party. You very well know how, without a leader, without a single command, how any organization would flail and flutter. And that is what is happening with the ADMK. It is like a rudderless ship. They don't know how to go about it. See, the ultimate aim of Mr. Shashikala and TTV Dinakaran is to capture the ADMK party. They may say they will come and support Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy now, but they know their purposes would be to ensure that the ADMK loses.
Akshita,
only if the ADMK loses, Mr. Shashikala can capture the party and Mr. TTV Dinakaran will become powerful. That would be their cross purpose.
Is that a serious worry?
Is working on cross
Is that a serious worry, Mr. Rajashekaran? Is that why we're seeing the AIADMK hesitate right now to go ahead and say, okay, we will welcome back Shashikala?
See, though I don't agree with my friend Saravanan on many issues, but he has just hit the nail on its head. The cat has come out of the bag. See, if ADMK is going to fight within themselves, and if they are going to create problems like this, it is definitely going to help DMK win the polls. And you take it from me, whether, again, anybody likes it, Shashikala Natarajan was with Jayalalitha for 35 years. She only knows who is who. She only made all these people whatever they are today. Even a councillor of Chennai city or anywhere was selected, handpicked by Shashikala and their team. So let us not say that, no, Shashikala is not required, she is nobody. All this talks is very superficial, and it is unfortunate. My friend Pugalendi has also started to speak like this for political survival and whatever he wants. But I have nothing in ADMK, I have nothing with Shashikala, but I am only speaking what should happen, what will be good for ADMK and how they have to take it forward. It is in the interest of ADMK and others to fight DMK. They should get united.
Mr. Pugarendi, what's stopping the AIADMK from being open to joining hands with the Shashikala faction, with AMMK? Is it just personal bitter differences? And is that coming in the way of political discourse for AIADMK?
Or it is insecurity.
Insecurity, political insecurity.
I well, appreciating this. Thanks for my close friend Rajashekar advice. I'm not, I don't want to tell anything about that. But one thing that I am sure about it, see that Mr. Rajashekar should come to know. They are the group of the people that with Shashikala, they are all relatives like Dinakaran. The past history, you know very well what has happened in Tamil Nadu. Now, if you allow, you take back her again, but we don't know. After she comes out, she is interested in the politics.
Mr. Pugalendi, you think nobody has relatives now who are in helm of affairs? They don't have relatives. They don't have groups. Come on, let us be honest. You are on a national TV. Everybody has their own group and agenda, and they are making whatever they want to make. That is the truth.
No, wait a minute. I will tell you. Do you know that about the MGR relationship? Any MGR relations in the politics are dominated? You tell me now why I should come. Then Madam Jayalalitha, Amma, 1, 2, then Anna, founder, former CM, and Periyar. This is the Dravidian ideology all the leaders.
No, no,
have
and-
nothing, no.
One second, Mr. Rajshekharan, one second. One point here that Mr. Pugarendi has, and this is something that's been spoken about how the DMK is perceived as a family party. The AIADMK isn't. So if Sashikala is brought in along with TTV Dinakaran, won't that perception change of the AIADMK?
I disagree. I disagree with this because, see, the same people had made Mrs. Shashikala Nadarajan the General Secretary. TTV Dinakaran is the chief of Amma Makkal Munnetra Kazhagam, a separate party. Let us not. I am only saying in the interest of AIADMK. I am not talking in the interest of Shashikala Nadarajan or TTV Dinakaran. Interest of AIADMK, you forget about all the differences. Keep away your ego and your personal agendas. Everybody has a family. Even O.P. Ravindranath is an MP of O. Paneerselvam. He's son of O. Paneerselvam. He's made MP. Likewise, all the AIADMK leaders have their son. Jay Kumar's son is Jayavardhan. He was an MP. When Jayalalitha was there, P.H. Pandian's son was Manoj Pandian. Arvind Pandian is Advocate General. So all this, they are also having family. Everybody will have family, boss. Come on. If you have a family only, you can be successful in politics. But what you say is too much because only you people were working under that family.
No. That is another case. Is London
It
case.
was Madam Jayalalitha.
Okay.
You are blaming Madam Jayalalitha. It was Madam Jayalalitha who had kept that family together in her own house. That is the case. It was Madam Jayalalitha. So you are questioning the right and the intelligence and the whatever decision Jayalalitha had taken is wrong. Am I right? You are questioning your leaders, whatever decision she had taken. Jayalalitha was having Madam Shashikala for 35 years together. And you did not speak about all this family when Jayalalitha was active chief minister. Now you are coming out and saying it is a family. Why you didn't ask?
No, so Mr.
Rajshekharan,
Rajshekharan, just hold on. I'm just going to give one final chance. Mr. Pugarendi, yes, respond quickly. I need to wrap this up. I want to give closing comments to Saravanan as well.
Our beloved leader Jayalalitha only expelled Shashikala very long back. It has happened or not, Rajshekharan knows very well. Simply he is telling the thing. They expelled back.
That was a rift. That was a rift. Mr. Pugarendi, come on. That was a rift in between. That was a rift in between. We all know what happened then.
Dinakaran also was removed from the party. He knows. So Madam Jayalalitha not allowed.
No, so
They removed her. Tell me.
So that's fine. That was a temporary rift. Clearly, no,
Yes,
I think what's very clear, I'm running out of time. What's very clear is that the AIADMK doesn't want Shashikala back in the party fold. I want closing comments also from the DMK. Mr. Saravanan, you've been watching this entire discussion, very amused clearly because, if this plays out the way it is with so many differences within the AIADMK, it's no doubt advantage for the DMK. But does the DMK have reason to worry if all of these forces join hands and then pose a united front versus MK Stalin versus DMK?
See, we are also having a strong alliance. It's not as though everybody are going to ally with the ADMK. Let us not forget that the ADMK government is hugely unpopular. They have scams after scams. Not only that, there is no welfare scheme that has gone well. In the state, they have become a stooge of the BJP party. They've implemented all the schemes that has been mooted. And let us not forget that Mr. Edappadi Palaniswamy is the only chief minister in the entire country to have supported the farmers. Even the Supreme Court has asked to put on hold. So the entire state, every community, farming community, students, people, youngsters, everyone are disillusioned with the way the ADMK has governed the state for the last 10 years.
Okay, so you're saying you have no reason to worry. We'll leave it at that. Mr. Saravanan, Mr. Rajshekharan, Mr. Pugarendi, thank you for joining us on this broadcast.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.